Creative employer staffing during tough times was the topic of an Employer Training Council workshop held at Northwest Michigan Works in Traverse City. One of the presenters was Michael McPherson, the Director of Human Resources at Shanty Creek Resorts. McPherson specializes in unemployment insurance cost management. He says poor staffing choices affect a company's ability to manage its unemployment insurance costs.
Most companies really drop their hiring budgets during downtimes, so you got to get more bang for your buck. And so that's one of the, I think, probably one of the more overlooked areas, because if you make a bad hiring decision, it's going to cost you either unemployment or low productivity or turnover.
McPherson says organizations like the Employer Training Council can help companies find good employees and control costs.
Networking is one of the easiest ways and least expensive ways to look for candidates. In a lot of cases that I see, one company's going to be losing staff, another company needs a particular position. A lot of times through networking, that shift can be made. What happens is the new company, for less money, gets a good employee. The old company maybe doesn't have to pay unemployment because that person is now working.
Along with hiring the right people, McPherson says training is also important during tough economic times.
Good companies and smart companies do more training during the downtimes because they want to get more out of less people.
The other workshop presenter, attorney Larry LaSousa, also talked about controlling costs through proper staffing. He said it's important for employers to understand the differences between full-time and part-time employees, regular employees and independent contractors, and which employees are exempt when it comes to overtime pay.
When you start talking about increasing somebody's pay by time and a half, that's a huge impediment to having a profitable business. So what are the other areas that we can still staff, bring in human resources, but not incur extensive costs?
LaSousa says one way to control costs is with virtual staffing. He uses a free internet service called Skype to stay connected with employees in other cities.
I have offices in Chicago and in Traverse City. I'm between them frequently. I'm licensed in 3 states, so I have to be mobile. And what I've done in my practice has literally transformed my business into a mobile environment with virtual staff.
LaSousa says companies may also be able to save money by getting their human resource services from an outside source.
If the employer isn't worried about how is he going to staff, whether or not he is paying the correct payroll, whether or not he is providing the accurate benefits, it gives them the ability to concentrate on what they do, whether it's making bricks and sticks, whether it's manufacturing widgets, whether it's providing financial services. That's their true business. And if you can get your arms around going to the outside to help your business, you're going to in turn increase your business, probably by profit and by performance.
Both LaSousa and McPherson say it's important for employers to think outside the box when it comes to staffing during tough times.
Understand that costs can be affected by how you manage your staff, how you recruit, how you train, where you look to make your hiring choices, and looking at those alternatives. I think it's important to consider all options before you make a decision.